Back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about the Mark II. This came out. Let's go see the reveal trailer, the behind the ship, and some specs and things from the store. So let's begin.
It began with an idea, more than curiosity, more than a yearning. It was humanity's extraordinary instinct as a species to look up in search of a brighter future. That created Zeus, and first carried us into space. There were no maps for where we were headed, and there are still none today. Our path is lit, not by certainty, but by boundless possibility. Our desire to learn all we can in this universe we call home. And to carry that knowledge forward, so that each discovery we make inspires the next. And so, as we move onward through great unknowns, ever connected to those wondrous first steps that began our voyage so many years ago, each evolution carries us forth on our infinite adventure to tomorrow. And now, I believe the future is just about ready. Let's take a look, shall we?
Let's go. Are they? I mean, this is like straight up Dune. Wow.
From the Zeus to the Aurora and beyond.
Tell me that doesn't look epic. Tell me that's, everybody's gonna be trying this out. I mean, this is like the new ship loadouts right here. And look at that.
Roberts Space Industries, delivering the stars since 2075.
That was kind of epic. I'm not gonna lie. So let's go watch the behind the scenes. Oh my god, that was like super epic. The wings coming out. Yeah, I mean, for reals. Let's go. I'm hyped.
So the RSI Aurora is the quintessential starter Star Citizen ship.
For people that have been with the project a long time, it was one of the first ships that they saw.
So it gave you that first experience of boarding your own ship, exploring the interior, although limited, and then finally climbing into the pilot seat and then taking off for your first mission or exploration. Whilst the game has evolved over the last decade and we have learned a lot more about building spaceships in that time, we felt that now was the right time to go revisit the Aurora series.
Doing a follow-up of the original Aurora is actually quite the task because you have to make sure that it's as beloved as the original.
See, now I know people are saying this doesn't look like the first one on it. It's more like the Scorpius, I guess, on there. But as somebody who used to be a Dune player, and the Dune experience is almost coming to this universe, it's almost like, I mean, for me, it's hyped. I think it's going to bring a lot more people in.
The Mark II combines the classic DNA of the original Mark I Aurora and then brings it up to modern day standards, both in terms of visuals and gameplay loop.
RSI tend to want to kind of push the boundaries a little bit. They want to look back and see what they've done in the past and what was successful, but they're not scared to really embrace new ideas. We've tried to keep the overall proportions and styling of the base Aurora with the Mark II, but we just tried to sharpen it up.
It has a really angular.
This right here, this is literally Dune. This is literally the Dune, right before, at the beginning of Dune, when you get shot down and you begin your first tutorial mission is this right here. Exactly. This is Dune, guys. The only thing that's missing is him having the rocket launcher and shooting one of those things down. That's all he needs. It's crazy.
Blur style. It looks really sleek. Everything flows, and it has this sort of layered, armored look.
The circular door is still there to enter the ship, but it's hidden by the newer layered RSI door designs.
We've still got those really iconic 4 wings down the sides that give the ship its length.
There's also some doors that open up and they show the VTOLs underneath, which are these fans that help support the ship while it's changing trajectories.
There's even a cool new feature where you can vault onto the top of the ship over the front canopy.
My favorite part of that entire ship is actually the back section. It has tons of detail that all lines up towards the center of the ship.
Something we were keen to follow up with is some of the RSI ships have transforming states, such as the Scorpius.
We were playing with the idea of like, do we open the wings, do we not open the wings? And as soon as we kind of started playing with the idea and seeing how it looked, it just felt natural.
The base Aurora MK2 comes with 4 size 2 weapon hardpoints, as well as 4 size 2 missile hardpoints, each defaulting to 2 size 1 missiles.
The guns are actually attached to what the wings are attached to. So when the wings pop off, the guns are still attached to the ship.
So if you lose your wings, you're not totally out of the fight.
No, so if you lose your wings, you'll lose your missiles, and you'll lose the VTOL if you lose the bottom wings.
That's actually really cool. That's one of the reasons why I like the Corsair, because if you lose both your wings, you could still fly. Because you can fly with or without them. So that's actually a pretty cool addition to it. You're not just going to keep on spinning out of control and you're dead in the water.
When we were doing the original design for the MK2 Aurora, one thing that came up was, do we want to do variants or do modules?
In terms of production, a variant of a ship is actually a lot of work on our part. You have to redo modeling, you have to almost rethink the whole entire ship.
So you could put the modules on yourself. I love that a lot. The more hands-on, the more I do. I don't like to use the mobi-glass for everything. So this is really really cool. And having modules, you don't have to keep buying shit. People are like, oh, it's a scam and all that. This is great because, maybe you just want the cargo and that's it. You could pay for the module, and I'm sure eventually you could buy a module from the shop. So the only thing you need to do is just get the ship. So I really like that.
Ship now, instead of being a variant, comes with 2 different modules.
And the advantage of modules is you buy one Aurora MK2, and forever in the future, when upgrades happen to the ship, you can grab that module and then add it to your own ship.
The TS module, or what we internally refer to as the cargo module, provides an additional 6 SEU cargo on a drop lift, which takes the whole cargo capacity of the Aurora MK2 with it equipped to 8 SEU, which is pretty competitive in a starter ship. And then one of the big changes with the TS cargo module and the base Aurora is the cargo is held internally rather than underslung underneath, so it's more protected.
So it's great for somebody who's just getting started, who wants to do hauling missions before upgrading to something bigger like a Zeus.
I do like that because one of the reasons why I like the Intrepid so much is because it comes with an 8 SEU and everything drops down. But of course, it's split into 2 4 SEU locations. So I kind of like I like where they're headed here. I like the extra storage.
Or you can either go with a defense module, which adds 8 S2 missiles and also 1 S1 shield generator in the back of it.
So if you add 8 S2 missiles, you're much more lethal. And if you add another S1 shield, you're adding 50% more shield to your ship.
And with the new 4.7 updates, that's extra shields, which is pretty competitive, actually. It's actually really good. With the ship upgrades on it, you could, they're only size 2 guns, so you may have to go with some NDVs or some cannons, but like I wouldn't mind putting like ballistic cannons on it. And they'll be able to at least stake out at least a notch up.
So the player can decide whichever one suits their playstyle the most.
In the future, we can definitely foresee other modules coming along, and anybody who has the Aurora Mark II now will be able to use those modules later on.
One of the kind of limiting factors of the Mark I was its overall size. With the Mark II, we built it more from the inside out, so we knew all the features that we wanted it to deliver.
You get in from the airlock door. On your left, you have the nice pilot seat. We have a nice view from there. We have a lot of glass, so we can really see space from pretty much everywhere when you turn around. You have 2 shelves for mission boxes, so you can take the ship to do missions. You have engineering screen with components below that. If you continue on the right, you have a suit locker and a weapon rack. And at the end of...
And let's be serious, they're going to add either a med, I'm sure they're going to add like a bed, a tier whatever bed to it, or a module that has refining or maybe a crafting module. So I'm actually pretty excited about this ship.
The ship, you have the bed with a lot of space compared to the first Aurora. When you lie down, you have a big screen on top of your head.
It's very enclosed, but it all has a very functional style to it. Everything like sort of feels like it should be where it is. The paints are awesome. We have a lot of cool options.
We have a solid black line. We have a bronze and green one. There's one tint that's iridescent that's inspired by an Aurora Borealis. I think that one came out really well. One of my favorite tints was inspired by an old video game that I grew up with that I loved. And I think when the players find it, they'll be doing some barrel rolls.
Alongside the Mark II Aurora, we also wanted to celebrate the Mark I Aurora, and for that reason we decided to introduce a 6th special edition variant called the Aurora Mark I SE.
So the Mark I Special Edition is really our sending off of the Mark I. It's taking all of the best elements from the different Mark I models that we do and combining them into one.
So it takes the...
Whoa! That is crazy. Undercarriage, that is really awesome.
The improved cargo of the CL, the base level of the MR, the weapon loadout and the intakes of the LN, and then the luxurious take of the LX seat.
We also wanted to give it a really nice unique paint. And we wanted to give it a nice update to the interior in terms of its materials and its colours. So it kind of feels like a high-end sports model of some of the cars you see out and about.
So is the Mark II replacing the Mark I?
No, it's not replacing it. So you still get to keep all your Mark I Auroras. RSI just aren't manufactured anymore. Just like the Mark I Hornets, they're here to stay in-game. They're still going to be supported. They're still going to have bug fixes. They're going to have any features that they don't support yet updated in time to support that. They're here to stay, but we hope they will turn into this classic car status within the universe.
I really like that because it's just like an old car. Like if you see the 1950s Chevy, driving around and stuff on it. So this is really cool for like 1.0 when it comes out and beyond. Like people will be like, bring out a ship that they can't see, they can't find anywhere else. I like that touch. I really do.
I'm very happy with the ship. The team did a great job.
It is clearly an Aurora, but brought up to just kind of modern RSI visuals.
I have a big background in creating the first levels of games. For me as a designer, I thought a lot about the new player coming on and having the ship be as welcoming as possible.
It's a great starter package. It's everything you could want to start the game with.
But even if you have other ships, it's there as a sort of useful modular utility ship that you can just have as your second ship perhaps when your main ship is perhaps being claimed or damaged, and you just want to get back out there.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really amazing. But yeah, let's check the store and see what that looks like. It's now part of the store that you can actually go and buy. So yeah, let's actually go in here and look at the new Aurora. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the store. There we go. All right, yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. All right, so as you can see now, it's on sale, but 60. So I think we're saying goodbye to the $45 entry for this game, which, to be completely honest, makes sense because most games start out at $60 anyways. So seeing this, I'm not bothered by it, and I'm not surprised. But they're still keeping it at 45 if you want to get the starter pack. So let's look at the new player starter pack for this right here. Right now, it's got the Aurora. It's got the shimmering paint, 7 gear items. It's got the entire RSI set, which is actually I kind of like it. It looks pretty cool. And then the Gemini LH86 release a gun. Looks pretty cool. Looks neat. Lifetime insurance, very nice. Of course, 10,000 SEU. It's not bad. Not bad at all. So, but also you could buy them, buy the ship just straight out. So let's actually let's just go to RSI and see the ship itself. There's the Mark II and the special edition. So a 60. But let's look at the Mark II. And let's look at see what it comes to. So we have it on there. So length, it's got 4 standard 4 size 2 times 2 missiles, 4 size 2 guns, 240 meters per second. All right. So we already know about this, but the avionics. So we have the radar, a computer, 2 fuel intakes. Okay. Quantum drive. That's talking about the thrusters they talked about. 8 joint maneuvering thrusters, 4 VTOL thrusters. It comes standard with 1 power plant, 2 coolers, and 2 shield generators. So it's going to bring a third one. That's not bad, to be honest. And 4 size 2. That's actually a lot of guns. It's not bad. And that one. So that's not bad at all. So let's look at the offers and how you can get them. So you can get the standalone ship with the lifetime insurance, self hanger. So if you just want the ship itself, only $40. That's really cheap. Or $55 for the standard ship, and also the 2 shift modifications on there. Or or if you could get they wanted the package just to get all the like little things like the gear and money and whatnot for 45. So technically it's a $5 more if you want to get the full gear set, because you could also find, and let's go in other add-ons, because now on add-ons, that's actually pretty neat that you could let's say you don't want the cargo, you just want the combat, or vice versa. You can buy here for $10 a piece. So we got it right here on it. So yeah, it's got this one has the 6 SEU and the combat module for $10, which gives you another shield generator, and of course it gives you more missiles. It's actually I don't mind this at all, because you're talking about not needing to buy a new ship. You could just say, hey, I just want the module. Boom, every time a new one on it, maybe they do a crafting module, and that's what you want for $10. Not bad. Or maybe you just don't want it. You're like, yeah, I don't need it. I don't want it. I bought a ship that's bigger and comes with crafting already, like one of the Drake ship that another starter one. So maybe you pass on that. I'm sure they're going to bring a module that gives you the ability to revive on your ship, and you're like, you know what? Let me take that on bunker missions. So it's got a lot of versatility to it. I like it. I like this direction, and yeah, I like what they're doing with this on it. I do like the whole Dune vibe to it. That was actually really interesting to see. But let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if you're actually thinking about getting this ship. I already got it. I'm not gonna lie, I did. But yeah, let me know what you think about it, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.